One of the phrases that we often use in the legal community is what's called case by case basis. And I can tell you that that can be frustrating to people when they hear things like case by case basis. And you're sitting here going, why do they always say that? Because the simple fact is, whether you want to acknowledge about or not, everyone's case is unique. It's not trying to say that someone's case is better than yours, weaker than yours. It's just different. Because regardless of what you want to believe, is that with everybody's case when they present it, there's always a particular nuance to it. Like if it's an employment discrimination case, your supervisor that may have been the person that you're saying discriminated against you may have done something completely different from somebody else's supervisor. The wording may be different. The circumstances are different. What you did was different. The processes are different. Understanding that all these things are unique to your case is important, because for those of you who've never practiced law or had to deal with a legal case, there's always all these different what we call case law that we can look to that can give us guidance as to how to deal with those particular situations based on those nuances. So what ends up happening is a lot of times when people have their cases, they want to compare their cases to others because they're thinking in their minds, my circumstance is exactly the same as somebody else's. That's not true. Because first of all, the different thing that's happening now is that you're the person that's different from that person. So it's important to understand that all of the different chains, in terms of the chain of evidence, the chain of facts, the chain of legal circumstances, all play a crucial part. And let me tell you the other thing that makes it crucial. Those little nuances may make a difference between what the law says, how you have to handle that situation. So let's say that you and another person have the same supervisor. That same supervisor treats both of you the exact same way, does the same language, does the same thing. But you file a grievance within the internal processes and that person doesn't. That person gets a bad response and then you get a different response. And you're like, well, why was the difference? Because there was a certain aspect of the facts that were different from theirs. You went through the process. They chose not to. So that uniqueness meant that the law, as it views your circumstances, is going to view it differently for theirs. It's important for you to understand that anytime you are looking at your case, do not look at it from the eyes of someone else's, and we'll talk about that one tomorrow. Don't look at it through the eyes of someone else's. Look through it through the unique circumstances of your own and understand one fundamental truth. Your case is unique and you need to treat it as such.